Hey, here's your tea and those biscuits you love.
Thanks. This is just what I needed after a long day.
You've been working so hard lately. It's important to take breaks.
True, but juggling everything at home can be a challenge too.
I was thinking of starting an online course. It could help me find some personal time.
That sounds like a great idea. Learning something new is always refreshing.
Exactly. Studies show that engaging in creative activities can reduce stress by up to 30%.
Wow, I didn't know that. It's amazing how much a little creativity can help.
So, how was your day? Any interesting updates from work?
We had a big meeting about a new project. If we succeed, it could be a game changer.
That's exciting. Challenges at work can actually motivate us to grow.
Speaking of challenges, did you manage to talk to the plumber about the sink?
Yes, he canceled but rescheduled for tomorrow. Fingers crossed he shows up.
Let's hope so. By the way, how about we take the kids out this weekend?
Great idea. Fresh air and family time are so important for everyone's well-being.
Exactly. Outdoor activities can boost our mood and strengthen family bonds.
Speaking of fun, have you seen that new series everyone is raving about?
Not yet, but I've heard it's really good. Let's make it a date night.
Sounds perfect. It's nice to have moments like these to unwind and connect.
Absolutely. It's the little things that really matter in our busy lives.
Like your love for these biscuits. They always make you smile.
Guilty as charged. But they do bring a little joy to my day.
You know, I'm really grateful for these moments together.
Me too. Let's always prioritize our time together.
You know, this place feels so peaceful and quiet, just what I needed.
Absolutely. It's amazing how disconnected I feel from everything right now.
Isn't it more like reconnected? Reconnected with nature, I mean.
Good point. No emails or deadlines, just this moment.
It's like a therapy session out here. Studies show that spending time in nature can lower stress levels significantly.
I needed this more than I realized. Everything feels overwhelming lately.
I get that. It's easy to forget how important it is to take a break.
And out here, time feels different, like it slows down.
Exactly. Plus, you can actually see the stars without city lights blocking the view.
It's beautiful. It reminds me that our problems are small compared to the universe.
Right? It's like nature's way of saying, take a breath and relax.
I love that perspective. It makes me appreciate moments like this.
So, what's in the cooler? Any surprises?
Just the essentials: water, juice, and marshmallows for roasting.
Marshmallows? You really came prepared. You can't have a campfire without them.
Exactly. It's all about the experience and the little joys.
So, what's been keeping you busy lately? Work?
A bit of work and a lot of running around. I'm trying to spend more time outdoors.
That's great. Being outside can really ground you. It simplifies things.
It's like hitting a reset button. I feel so much lighter here.
Exactly. Moments like this remind us of what truly matters.
And what's that? Being present and enjoying the little things, right?
Couldn't agree more. So, what's the plan for tomorrow?
I was thinking we could hike that trail we saw. The view is supposed to be amazing.
I'm in. Just don't get us lost on the way.
Hey, I have a great sense of direction. I promise we'll be fine.
I'll hold you to that. This night is one of the best I've had in a while.
Me too. Let's make it a regular thing.
I didn't expect to see you here. I thought you'd be in the ER.
I just wrapped up a hectic shift there. I needed a breather before heading to my next round. How about you? You look like you've been running around all day.
You're right. It's been one of those days, non-stop patients, back-to-back consultations, and a tricky case in the pediatrics ward.
Pediatric cases can be tough. What happened?
A 6-year-old boy came in with severe abdominal pain. Initially, we thought it might be appendicitis, but the ultrasound was inconclusive. It turned out to be intussusception.
That's a rare one. Good catch. How's the little one doing now?
He's stable. We managed to reduce it with an air enema, so surgery wasn't needed. But his parents were so anxious, they had so many questions.
That's understandable. For parents, even minor issues seem like the end of the world. The key is patience and clear communication.
Sighs, I tried my best, but I sometimes feel like I could do better at calming them down. Any tips?
Always empathize. Start by acknowledging their fears, something like, I can see how worried you are, and it's completely valid. Then explain everything in simple terms, step by step. Parents appreciate honesty and clarity.
That's good advice. I'll keep that in mind.
You're doing great. These things come with experience.
Smiling, thanks, that means a lot. So, how was your day?
Busy, as usual. We had a multi-car accident case earlier. The ER was chaos.
Oh no! Was it serious?
Unfortunately, yes. A few patients had critical injuries. One of them required an emergency thoracotomy right there in the trauma bay.
Wide-eyed, that must have been intense.
It was. But the team handled it beautifully. Everyone knew their role, and the patient pulled through.
Impressed, that's incredible. Moments like these remind me why I chose this profession.
Smiling, exactly. The long hours, the stress, it's all worth it when you make a real difference.
Thoughtfully, you've been doing this for years. How do you keep going without burning out?
Pausing, it's not easy, I'll admit. But I've learned to set boundaries. When I'm home, I'm fully present with my family. I also make time for myself, reading, gardening, or just taking a walk.
Nodding, that's good advice. I think I need to find a hobby outside work.
Definitely. Medicine can consume you if you let it. Balance is key.
Smiling, you're like a mentor to me. I really appreciate these chats.
I'm happy to help. You remind me of myself when I was starting out, full of energy and eager to learn.
Playfully, and now?
Now I'm just as passionate, but I've learned to pace myself.
Laughing, I'll get there someday. Oh, by the way, did you hear about the new equipment in the cardiology wing?
Yes. The new echocardiography machine. It's state of the art. Have you seen it in action yet?
Not yet, but I'm scheduled for a training session next week.
You'll love it. The imaging quality is phenomenal, and it's much faster than the older models.
That's exciting. It's amazing how technology keeps advancing.
Smiling, it is. But remember, no matter how advanced the tools are, the human touch is irreplaceable.
You're right. Patients don't just need treatment, they need care and compassion.
Nodding, exactly. That's what makes a good doctor great.
Checking her watch, speaking of patients, I have to check on Mrs. Khan in room 203. She had her gallbladder surgery this morning.
How's she doing?
She's recovering well, but she's been complaining of nausea.
That's common after anesthesia. Make sure she's hydrated and check her antiemetic dosage.
Will do. Thanks. This conversation was just what I needed to recharge.
Anytime. Remember, we're in this together.
Man, these deliveries just keep coming. Feels like they've doubled in the past week.
Tell me about it. I swear, I can't remember the last time I went home without my back hurting.
Back pain's part of the job description, isn't it?
Should be. Along with lifting stuff nobody else wants to touch.
Don't forget, dodging forklifts and pretending you know where everything is.
Speaking of which, do you know where these go? I'm not seeing them on the list.
Top shelf, aisle 7. If it doesn't belong there, it'll fit right in with the other misplaced stuff.
You mean the miscellaneous section?
Exactly. Every warehouse has one.
You know, I used to think this job would be temporary, just something to pay the bills for a while.
Same here. Thought I'd be out of here in 6 months. That was 3 years ago.
What keeps you here?
It's not bad, honestly. The pay's decent, the work's steady, and the people are all right. Plus, I got bills to pay, you know?
Yeah, I get that. It's not glamorous, but it's honest work.
And it keeps us in shape. Who needs a gym when you're lifting boxes all day?
True. Though I think I prefer a treadmill over this.
Treadmills don't pay overtime, though.
Good point.
What about you? What's your story?
Same as you, came here thinking it was temporary. But life happened. Bills, family, responsibilities, you know how it is.
Yeah, family makes it all worth it, though.
They do. My kids keep me going, even on the tough days.
How many kids do you have?
2, 1, 6, the others 4. They're a handful, but I wouldn't trade it for anything.
But they keep you on your toes.
Oh, you have no idea. What about you?
Shaking his head, no kids, not yet. But I've got a niece and nephew who make me feel like I got 10.
They keep you busy?
Nonstop. But it's fun. They remind you to enjoy the little things, you know?
Kids have a way of doing that.
Stretching. So, what's the plan for today? More boxes, more chaos?
Looks like it. We've got a shipment coming in this afternoon, pallets of electronics, I think.
Electronics? Those are the worst.
Fragile stickers everywhere, but half the stuff's already broken by the time it gets here.
No kidding. And then we get blamed for it.
The life of a warehouse worker, unsung heroes of the supply chain.
Someone should make a movie about us.
Yeah, and call it the Box Whisperers.
Or Fast and Fragile.
Laughing, now that's a blockbuster.
You ever think about doing something else?
Sometimes. But it's hard to find something that's as stable as this. And, honestly, I don't mind the work.
Yeah, stability is hard to come by these days.
Plus, it's not like we're stuck forever. We've got options, just have to figure out what's next.
True. It's all about timing.
Speaking of timing, break's almost over.
Already?
Time flies when you're talking about boxes and kids.
And blockbuster movie ideas.
Let's get back to it. Those electronics won't unload themselves.
All right, let's do it.
As they walk away, and remember, top shelf, aisle 7.
Got it. If it doesn't belong, it'll fit right in.